Good morning and welcome to the regular meeting of City Council on Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. Would the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin? Mr. Coghill? Ms. Gross? Mr. Mosley?
Here.
Mrs. Kell Smith? Mrs. Strasburger?
Here.
Mrs. Warwick?
Here.
Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Here.
5 members present.
Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Our next motion is to amend the agenda. There's a motion to amend.
So
So
moved.
moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Our next order of business will be proclamations, beginning with Councilman Mosley.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Could everybody come up? That's what Nayla and the Schumann's family. Everybody. I want to thank everyone for coming up. This is quite the distinguished group. It shows how much support Nayla and the Schumann family have in the community. You know, in my year as a member of council, I often, get asked, what are some of my favorite, things, about being a member of council. And one of them is just all the people that you meet and the relationships that you build. And, over the last, I guess, about 6 or 7 months, I've had an opportunity to meet Naila and Muhammad from Schumann's Homewood and, really have built a strong relationship in a short period of time. And I'm just totally moved and inspired by the work that she does. And really, in many ways, even though you're a business person, you're very much a community activist in the community, supporting all the nonprofits, supporting the work that many of the activists that are here standing with you, and it's truly a testament to what you mean to the community. So it's truly my honor to read this proclamation. Whereas Nayla A. Schumann is an inspiration of hope in the Homewood community. Ms. Schumann is originally from the vibrant and I would say historic city of Jerusalem and is a remarkable individual. Nayla is the proud owner of Schumann's Homewood, which she opened on July 1st, 2015. And whereas Ms. Schumann's work is deeply rooted in family values as she collaborates closely with her son, Muhammad. Together, they have created a nurturing environment that serves healthy and delicious meals to District 9's residents and community groups. And whereas Nayla works tirelessly with the Pittsburgh Public Schools, Homewood Children's Village, and Cloaked in Favor Outreach Ministries, just to name a few. Ms. Schumann's collaborations reflect her unwavering dedication to enhancing the lives of others. As her small business continuously feeds so many, Nayla's love for people is most evident in her selfless efforts to combat food insecurity and feed those in need. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby recognize and congratulate Nayla A. Schumann, owner of Schumann's Homewood, for her food service, continued kindness, and unwavering commitment to those in need. And be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Tuesday, January 14th, 2025 to be Nayla A. Schumann Day in the City of Pittsburgh.
May we have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody and every one of you guys. And Muhammad is gonna talk on my behalf. Muhammad, he had a cochlear implant when he was 1 year old. I worked very hard for his speech to teach him how to talk at the Ball School. And now I'm so proud to let him talk on my behalf. Thank you.
Good morning, Councilman Corey Mosley, esteemed members of the City Council, honored guests, friends, and fellow Pittsburghers. I am deeply honored and grateful to stand before you today to accept this extraordinary honor, the honor to the city of Pittsburgh. When I first came to the city, a city of steel and spirit, a young immigrant from Jerusalem, I never imagined that I would be standing here, receiving such a prestigious recognition. Pittsburgh welcomed me with open arms, a city that embraces diversity and celebrates the dreams of its residents. I remember my early days building Schuman's homeland, facing challenges, but the community supported me, encouraged me, and believed in my vision. Their support, their kindness, and their patronage have made Schuman's homeland a success. Schuman's homeland is more than just a restaurant. It is a reflection of the Pittsburgh community. It is a place where people from all walks of life come together to share meals, laughter, and stories. It is a place where I strive to give back to local nonprofits and to contribute to the betterment of our city. It is a small piece of Jerusalem in the heart of Pittsburgh, a place where the flavors and warmth of my homeland are shared with all. Before I continue, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Councilman Corey Mosley and his dedicated staff. Thank you for your unwavering support and for honoring Schuman's homeland. I especially want to acknowledge last week Councilman Corey Mosley's secretary. A few months ago, I faced a challenging situation and needed assistance. I called Councilman Corey's office, and last week, instead of simply answering the phone, she went above and beyond. She recognized the urgency of my situation, and despite Councilman Corey being out of town in Washington, D.C., she provided me with his direct cell phone number. She assured me that I was important and that he will address my concerns. True to his word, Councilman Corey took the time to listen to me, and he ensured that everything would be taken care of upon his return to Pittsburgh. He even made a special trip to Schuman's homeland to personally address the issue. Through the experience, I not only resolved the challenge I was facing, but I also gained a new brother. I am incredibly grateful for Councilman Corey's compassion, his dedication to the voters, and his unwavering support of our community. This order reflects the positive impact we can achieve through collective effort. My work with Homewood Children's Village has been a privilege. I am incredibly grateful to my colleagues, including my brother Walter Lewis, my sister Jalisa Coffey, my sister Rasha, and my brother Raymond Robinson, as well as the entire dedicated staff. Together, we are making a real difference in the lives of young people in our community. I will also like to acknowledge Latia Park, a true friend who has always been there for me, offering unwavering support and encouragement. And to my brother Wade Gendress, thank you for always considering me family and ensuring I have the support I need. A special thanks to Commander Leary Mercurio. Your dedication to serving our community is inspiring. You are changing the perception of law enforcement in Homewood by consistently going above and beyond. Thank you for your quick responses, your unwavering support, and for simply checking in on us. I also want to express my sincere appreciation to CM Gibson from We the People for what you. Since you came to Schuman's Homewood last year, you've been consistently mentioned us on your Facebook page, and you've always been there for us. In just a few minutes of conversation, you became a true brother to me. This award is not just for me, it is for all of us who work tirelessly to make Pittsburgh a better place. It is for the dedicated volunteers who tirelessly serve our neighbors. It is for the prayers who bring vitality to our city. It is for the everyday heroes who make a difference in the lives of others. Operation Better Plug, every one of you, especially Sina Scott. Like I always said to her whenever she come to the restaurant, I feel like my mom, my sister is here. Thank you, my dear sister. Let me say always giving me advice, pushing me to keep going, showing me how important we are to the community. Love you from bottom of my heart. All the churches in the community, Bible Church, love you guys. Ben Hills, Jerusalem Baptist Church, my brothers, my sisters, thank you for all the prayers for me, my son, and the business. My brothers and sisters, the Muslim community, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for supporting us, inshallah, together, better future and better community. Love each one of you guys. Faison School, Lincoln School, Miss Pamela Parks. If I'm gonna start talking about you, how amazing you are, I'm not gonna finish today. Love you, my sister. You were there for me since day one. Westinghouse Youth Football Brother Mubarak, you're wonderful. Thank you for everything you do. Westinghouse Bulldogs coach Dr. Green, when you come to our restaurant to support us, it showed how we meet you, we love what you're doing. We always gonna support you and the team. Thank you, GL Rico Martillo, for being such a wonderful friend. Thank you for being there for us, supporting us. You always told us we're gonna have a blessing days coming in our lives. Hey friend, we have a wonderful day today. You're right. Receiving this honor is a humbling experience. It is a reminder of the power of community, the importance of hard work, and the enduring spirit of Pittsburgh. It is a testament to the American dream, a dream that has become reality for me thanks to the support of this incredible city. I am forever grateful to both Jerusalem, the land of my birth, and Pittsburgh, the city that embraced me as its own. I plan to continue serving the city to the best of my ability, to always strive for excellence, and to be a positive force in the lives of those around me. Thank you, Cousin and Corey Mosley. Thank you, Pittsburgh. Thank you, love you, Homewood, for this incredible honor.
Great job. Let's give Mohammed another round of applause. The next time I'm looking for a speechwriter, when I stop by Schuman's for a chicken cheesesteak, I'm gonna leave with a speechwriter as well. I'd like to invite my colleagues from council to come up for a photograph. And I did definitely want to shout out my right-hand man, Commander Larry Mercurio from Zone 5. Can we give him a round of applause for his service to the city?
we close enough? I don't know. Chris, can you take one on my phone, please? Do you mind?
Councilman, you want button to Jay?
Leslie.
You want the councilman there?
See it? And Councilman wants one over his phone too, please. Thank you.
You gonna take this with you?
Yeah, take one before it goes out.
I'm gonna take it too. Yeah, you got it. Go nowhere.
Rika, you getting a selfie?
Yeah.
I know that's right. You're part of the family too, Rika. Yes, you are.
Wait, one second. Can you inch over this way a little bit? Cool. Officer, I can't see you at all. Cool, cool. All right, yep. And everybody look this way, and we can see everybody now. Stop blinking.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words.
I think that's Ashley's.
Everybody don't leave. We gotta go out all the way.
We have done.
What joke? Why does he always have his flash on? Is that like, is it good to put a flash on? Is that like a photographer thing? Flash in the. Yeah.
All right, now everybody, we're gonna go outside for a question.
Yeah, like the night. Right. Yeah.
Right. Good? Yeah. Yeah, you can just stay on the side here. All right, everyone. And I'm looking forward to this moment where I'm going to present the proclamation to Larry McCullough from Prime Stage Theater. We are joined today by Lawrence because, sorry, did I call you Larry? My fault. There was just a Larry that walked out, so. I'm joined by Lawrence because this weekend there is a opening of the story of Ruby Bridges, and it's a play that's happening, and looking forward to. I might even check it out. I think everyone should try and check it out. So it's opening day is Saturday, but today we're here to recognize not only the Prime Stage Theater for what they're for a fabulous show that they're going to present on the north side at the New Hazard Theater, but also it's pretty timely in terms of coming up to Martin Luther King Day that that the Prime Stage Theater is putting on this great show about Ruby Bridges and the historical impact that she had on education, our educational system right here in America. So with that, whereas the Prime Stage Theater and its theatrical production of Look Forward, the story of Ruby Bridges at the New Hazard Theater honors African American culture and its rich history as it has broken down barriers and created opportunities for people from all walks of life. And whereas Look Forward, the story of Ruby Bridges honors the courage of young Ruby Bridges, her mother Lucille, and her teacher, Miss Barbara Henry, who overcame fear and prejudice to make significant change that has left a lasting legacy on our country's educational system. And whereas the legacy of the courageous Ruby Bridges, her mother, teacher, and those who supported Ruby has enriched our history and helped pave the way for the civil rights in the U.S. And whereas the Prime Stage Theater is celebrating the cultural impact Ruby's life journey and advocacy had in paving the way for greater change within our educational system by presenting these impactful stories and models of courage through its creative productions, where people from all ages can be inspired to stand up for what is right. Now, therefore, be resolved that the city of Pittsburgh recognizes the significant impact of Ruby Bridges has made towards the advancement of equal education and commends Prime Stage Theater as they celebrate the courage and faith of Ruby Bridges and those who forged a new path for learning and living. Be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare January 18th, 2025, Ruby Bridges Day in the City of Pittsburgh.
May we have a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And congratulations.
Thank you. Let's, Larry and Lawrence, would you like to say a few words?
Well, thanks a lot to the City Council for bestowing this honor on Prime Stage, but actually it's an honor to Ruby Bridges, who, as you just heard, at the age of 6 became a civil rights pioneer, and her legacy still continues today. She still has her own foundation for educational justice in Gretna, Louisiana. And again, just want to thank everybody here for everything you do. What we try and do at Prime Stage Theater is tell the stories of really brave Americans like this, who, when a situation happens, they rise to the occasion. And we hope that anyone who sees this play will be inspired as well. So thanks very much. See you at the show.
All right, I can't let this moment go past. Our President Lavelle, can you share some news with us?
Sure. He's referring to the fact that I'm familiar with this play because my daughter is actually playing the lead role of Ruby Bridges.
Oh,
So,
nice.
All right. Would you like to join us?
yeah. So that now takes us to public comment. We do not have any registered speakers. Therefore, if there's anyone in chambers wishing to speak, please come forward at this time. Provide your name and neighborhood for the record. You'll be given 3 minutes to speak.
Good morning. My name is Yvonne F. Brown. I live at 715 Mercer Street, Pittsburgh, PA 15219. I want to say to the presenter for Ruby Ridge, I had read about her many years ago, and it was very inspiring. When you think of a child at the age of 6 fighting for her rights. I wanted to speak to Miss Smith, but she's not here. So, but the rest of you are listening. So you please make sure that she understands what I'm saying. And I am saying that I heard on the radio, WESA 90.5, that Shapiro is supposed to be asking for more money for different things. Now, one thing he was supposed to be asking for is for money to help the senior citizens to be able to stay in their homes. Now, Miss Smith years ago had signed me up for Together Pittsburgh. They had worked on Tony Gunther's house right next door. I used to work with Neighborhood Legal Services. Tony Gunther was a paralegal. They worked on her house. I was supposed to be next, and they never did. Now, when I approached Miss Smith as I was standing up here, and she was looking real crazy, I said, "Oh, you don't remember when you promised me?" So then later on, she told me, she said, "Miss Brown, I was just saying, oh, they didn't help you." Well, I'm asking you to ask her to call Josh Shapiro and ask him to put more money in for the seniors so they can stay in their home. And if they would help me get my home together, because they were promised they were supposed to do the weatherization. There's a lot that needs to be done. But if they would help me, I would go back to my house. I bought that house, started buying it in 1988, and had paid it almost off, but I needed help. She had promised that she would help me. I'm asking you to ask her to keep her promises, because there's a lot of times you as council make promises, but you don't follow through. And we are the ones who suffer. I'm coming to you and asking you to please consider me. I have been coming down here for years. I know they say I come down to try to get what I could. I came down to try to get an inquest for my son when 5 police in Wilkinsburg let my son die. When he was begging, he was saying he couldn't breathe. He was bleeding from his head, and they left him. They left him on the floor for the man to come back and kick my son to death. I was at my friend's house when I had such a pain. It's just like my son was saying to me, "Mom, don't let me die like this." My son has been the main reason why I've come down here. So no other mother or anybody else has to do what I did. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good morning, Special Agent Sunshine. I return to sender any voodoo hexes, curses sent towards me, 100 million, billion, trillion, googolplex, and whoever is sending it, Lord, throw them in a lake of fire. I return any evil eye sent towards me to go permanently blind in Jesus' name. Lord, please help me. I can't do this by myself. I cannot. Please lead and guide me where you want me to go. Thank you for leading me here to stand for the over 47,000 homeless in this state. Psalm 35:27 says, "May those who delight in my vindication shout for joy and gladness. May they always say, the Lord be exalted, who delights in the well-being of his servant." Whoever has my inheritance, you have to give it back. Whoever has my trust and thinks I don't know about it, you too have to give it back. For all of you involved in this case, it's now TikTok. You're now being forced to choose life or death. Pick one, because now it's down to the wire now. God is not playing with you. Prayer is the Christian's most powerful means of effective change. The reason I come up here and pray and protect myself from voodoo is because I know my prayers are not in vain. I know the Lord hears them and he answers them. His will be done. Nothing I do for him is in vain. Nothing. Being here is not in vain. First Chronicles 16:10 says, "Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice." I rejoice in the Lord every day. I tried to rejoice here in this chambers and was blocked. I was blocked from rejoicing in the streets. But you cannot block me from praying. You cannot block my faith. You cannot block the will of God for my life, Lavelle. You cannot block his will for my life, because it will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. Whatever belongs to me and has my name on it, whatever it is, money, house, trust, inheritance, will be returned to me 100-fold. And whoever has it will be held accountable for how they got it. In Jesus' name, I'm going to keep praying for peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, which all of you should be praying for. In Jesus' name, thank you.
Next speaker, please. Next speaker, please. Seeing no further speakers, we'll turn to the presentation of papers, beginning with Councilman Charlin.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Good morning.
Councilperson Robert Charlin presents Bill 1384, Resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of Human Resources and Civil Service to enter into a professional services agreement and/or contract with Community College of Allegheny County for the purpose of providing customized applicant preparation training for public safety position applicants and services associated with civil service exam preparation and training, providing for the payment of the cost thereof not to exceed $40,000 over 3 years.
And Councilman Coghill, Chair of Public Safety and Wellness.
No new papers, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilwoman Gross, Chair of Innovation, Performance, Asset Management, and Technology.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Deborah L. Gross presents Bill 1385, Resolution amending Resolution number 724 of 2019, titled Resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Department of Finance to enter into an agreement or agreements with CSS Inc. for the provision of a business tax and revenue management software package for a sum not to exceed $5 million over 5 years by adding an additional $3,526,659 to the agreement and extending the agreement for an additional 5 years at a new total not to exceed $8,526,659.
And Councilman Mosley, Chair of Intergovernmental Educational Affairs.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Councilman Kahari Mosley presents Bill 1386, Resolution adopting plan revision to the City of Pittsburgh's official sewage facilities plan for 6277 and 6279, previously 141 and 143, Meadow Street, East Liberty, at no cost to the city.
And Councilwoman Cale Smith, Chair of Recreation, Youth, and Senior Services. Councilwoman Strasburger for Councilwoman Smith.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Teresa Cale Smith presents Bill 1387, Resolution authorizing the mayor and director of the Department of Parks and Recreation to enter into agreements in individual amounts of $10,000 or less with performers, instructors, artists, referees, and persons with specialized skills in connection with the department's recreational and instructional programs and special events services.
And Councilwoman Strasburger, Chair of Finance and Law.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilperson Erica Strasburger presents Bill 1388, Resolution further amending Resolution number 886 of 2021, effective December 27th, 2021, as amended, entitled Resolution adopting and approving the 2022 capital budget and the 2022 Community Development Block Grant Program and the 2022 through 2027 Capital Improvement Program by decreasing ramp and public sidewalk by $673.61 to align with the most recent American Rescue Plan Act allocation. Bill 1389, resolution further amending resolution number 723 of 2022, effective December 19th, 2022, as amended, entitled Resolution Adopting and Approving the 2023 Capital Budget, the 2023 Community Development Program, and the 2023 through 2028 Capital Improvement Program by reducing facility improvements, recreation, and senior centers by $425,104.38 to align with the most recent American Rescue Plan Act allocation. And Bill 1390, resolution further amending resolution number 857 of 2023, effective December 27, 2023, as amended, entitled Resolution Adopting and Approving the 2024 Capital Budget, the proposed 2024 Community Development Program, and the 2024 through 2029 Capital Improvement Program by reducing facility improvements, recreation, and senior centers by $78,322.24 to align with the most recent American Rescue Plan Act allocation.
And Councilwoman Warwick, Chair of Public Works and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Barbara Warwick presents Bill 1391, resolution providing for an agreement or agreements with McCormick Taylor, Inc. for costs associated with the study phase of the Beaver Avenue traffic project and providing for the payment of the costs thereof not to exceed $208,315.56. Bill 1392, resolution providing for a supplemental agreement or agreements with Mackin Engineering and Consultants for costs associated with construction inspection and contract administration for the critical sidewalks, gaps, and Sylvan Avenue projects, providing for the payment of costs thereof not to exceed $491,048.40, an increase of $24,532.32 from the previously executed agreement as previously authorized by Resolution 300 of 2023. Bill 1393, resolution providing for an agreement or agreements with A. Felino Construction for costs associated with the construction phase for the Safe Routes to School project, providing for the payment of the costs thereof not to exceed $156,156.15. And Bill 1394, resolution authorizing the mayor, the director of the Department of Finance, and the Director of the Department of Public Works to enter into a license agreement with the Friends of the Riverfront to define their maintenance privilege along the City of Pittsburgh's riverfront trails at no cost to the city.
And Councilman Wilson, Chair of Land Use and Economic Development.
No new papers, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. And I have two communications.
Councilman R. Daniel Lavelle presents Bill 1395, communication from Sally Stadelman, manager, Pittsburgh Land Bank, submitting the Pittsburgh Land Bank's annual report for the year 2024. And Bill 1396, communication from Jake Pollock, Director of Office of Management and Budget, submitting to City Council the attached status update from the Grants Office for the week ended January 10th, 2025.
And may I have a motion to read, receive, and file?
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Our next order of business will be reports of committee for final action, beginning with Councilwoman Erica Strasburger presenting the Committee of Finance and Law.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilperson Erica Strasburger presents Bill 1381, report of the Committee on Finance and Law for January 8th, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 1358, resolution authorizing one open-end professional services agreement with Assured Polygraph Services, Inc. to provide professional services on an on-call basis as required related to the administration of polygraph testing services as needed by the various departments of the City of Pittsburgh. Said agreement being at an amount not to exceed $25,000 annually for a 3-year term and providing for funding of the costs thereof. Bill 1364, Resolution amending Resolution Number 857 of 2023, effective December 27, 2023, entitled Resolution Adopting and Approving the 2024 Capital Budget, the proposed 2024 Community Development Program, and the 2024 through 2029 Capital Improvement Program by reducing facility improvements, sports facilities by $150,000 and increasing park reconstruction by $150,000. Bill 1371, Resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Department of Finance to enter into an agreement or agreements with Meyer Dussel to provide auditing services to the City of Pittsburgh. Total cost not to exceed $470,990 over 3 years. And Bill 1372, Resolution authorizing the reappropriation of $4,600,000 from the Department of Finance to the Department of Public Works, Bureau of Administration, to pay for 2024 Pittsburgh Water Services costs in 2025.
You have heard the reading and the title of the bill. Is there any discussion? Councilman Mosley.
Again, I just want to thank my colleagues for supporting the match that will be provided to philanthropic support that the Parks Conservancy has raised for the renovation and revitalization of Baxter Park in Homewood. I want to thank Budget Director Peter McDevitt as well for assisting my office, in pulling that together. And I've seen some of the early renderings of what's going to really transform that section of Frankstown Avenue. That also includes a number of historic businesses as well, such as Strong Cleaners and Dorsey's Records. So it's going to be a very positive thing coming from the community, and I'm honored that I'm able to be a part of it. But thanks to everyone who's involved, including the Department of City Planning as well, and the work that they've done with the Baxter Park stakeholders.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. Any other comments? If not, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bill will vote aye when her name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charland?
Aye.
Mr. Coghill? Ms. Gross? Aye. Mr. Mosley?
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger?
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Aye.
8 ayes.
The bill, having received the legally required numbers of votes, is passed finally. That takes us to Councilman Bobby Wilson, presenting the Committee of Land Use and Economic Development.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilman Bobby Wilson presents Bill 1382, Report of the Committee on Land Use and Economic Development for January 8, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 1357, Resolution further amending Resolution Number 886 of 2021, effective December 27, 2021, as amended, entitled Resolution adopting and approving the 2022 capital budget and the 2022 Community Development Block Grant Program and the 2022 through 2027 Capital Improvement Program by reducing Southside Slopes Neighborhood Association by $3,832.54 and increasing Community Human Services Corporation by $3,832.54 and authorizing subsequent agreements. And Bill 1359, Resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Department of City Planning to enter into an agreement or agreements with the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission for the purpose of receiving grant funds in the amount of $20,000 to complete an updated architectural inventory of the Manchester neighborhood with a special focus on civil rights era properties. A local match of $20,000 will bring the total project cost to $40,000.
You've heard the reading and title of the bill. Is there any discussion? Councilman Wilson.
Yes, Mr. President. Thank you. I have an amendment for 1359. This further clarifies the direction of this bill in the title. So a motion to amend?
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The bill has been amended. Any further discussion on the bills? Seeing none, the bills are now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bill, vote aye when her name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin?
Aye.
Mr. Coghill?
Aye.
Ms. Gross?
Aye.
Mr. Mosley?
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger?
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Aye.
8 ayes.
The bill, having received the legally required numbers of votes, is passed finally. And finally, Councilman Kari Mosley presenting the Committee of Intergovernmental Educational Affairs.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Councilman Kahari Mosley presents Bill 1383, Report of the Committee on Intergovernmental and Educational Affairs for January 8, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation, Bill 1370, Resolution adopting plan revision to the City of Pittsburgh's official sewage facilities plan for 449 Melwood Avenue in the 5th Ward at no cost to the city.
You've heard the reading and the title of the bill. Is there any discussion? If not, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bill will vote aye when the name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin?
Aye.
Mr. Coghill?
Aye.
Ms. Gross?
Aye.
Mr. Mosley?
Aye.
Mrs. Cale Smith? Mrs. Strasburger?
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Aye.
8 ayes.
The bill, having received the legally required numbers of votes, is passed finally. That takes us to motions and resolutions. Anything from members? If not, that takes us to meeting announcements. Tomorrow, Wednesday, January 15th at 10 a.m., council will meet for our standing committee meeting. Speaker registration will close at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. To register to speak at this meeting, please fill up the sign-up form on the council meeting webpage or call the clerk's office at 412-255-2138. Need a motion to excuse the absent member, approve the minutes, and adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.